Hi, I'm here with Richard Leonard, who's the candidate for the Holyrood elections for Central Scotland for Labour. Tell us, Richard, a wee bit about today, what's been happening.
Today we've been taken to the streets of Falkirk to spell out the message that the cuts that are facing local communities right across Falkirk are cuts which are imposed not by George Osborne but by John Swinney. When George Osborne's autumn statement was made, most councils were expecting cuts anything between 1 and 1.5%. The cuts they are now facing, because of choices made by John Swinney, are cuts of between 5, 6 and 7%. So we need to spell out to people that there is still time to put pressure on the Scottish Parliament to make different choices. The Labour Party is proposing the choice that ought to be made is the anti-austerity measure of putting up income tax by 1 pence. That would be a sure way to retain investment in these vital services to our communities.
The SNP say that low-paid workers would suffer under this plan. What's your view of that?
Income tax is a progressive instrument, not a regressive instrument. I'll tell you what's regressive. The council tax freeze. The council tax freeze, which this SNP government have championed for the last 8-9 years, benefits most the richest people in the biggest houses, and that's also hit local government services. It's another signal of how little the SNP government thinks about local government services.
Here in Falkirk, John Swinney has said if the council raises the council tax even by a small amount of money, they would take away £11.75 million. What do you think of that kind of penalty? Some people have called it draconian.
Yeah, it's blackmail, isn't it? And I think that the lesson that people are beginning to learn is that here we have an SNP authority which wants to centralise power, wants to take away, strip out the powers of local elected councillors, not only by insisting on a council tax freeze, but also stipulating how the money which they receive is spent. I think that's bad for democracy as a whole, and I want to see the SNP's policies in this area challenged just as much as I want to see their austerity cuts challenged as well.
Richard Leonard, thanks very much.